Hi, this is Shirley from Alaska. In fact, pretty soon it's going to be 49 years in Alaska. Well, I'm going to talk about ET. I have used it for a long time. I used to use it where we had to make it up, and then later I found another company with the company I'm with now, and when I found out they had it in capsules, I bought 50 bottles of it. My very first order was 50 bottles of ET, because ET is made from herbs that helps to prevent or stop cancer. And I had a lot of people, even one time from Palmer, they called me, I had an advertisement in the Valley Sun, and they called me once, and then another guy called me, and then another guy called me. And I said, are you sure this is the right address? Because back then, at the very beginning, I was delivering the herbs to them, and I went all the way to Palmer. And these three people that had cancer, they didn't know each other, but they was on the same street in Palmer. And I went, whoa. And the third one I said, do you know your other two down the road had got cancer too? They said, oh. I mean, to me, and I said, are you on city water? And they said, yes. So I don't know what, most time cancer is from what you eat bad, eating too much sugar and things like that. But we use ET. Oh, I have used it so much. I've used it on dogs, birds, but we even used it on our dog. Our dog, we took it to the veterinarian, and he had Sergeant Blackie. We had him for 16 years. He was a black lab, and he would bark at his feet because they hurt, because he had arthritis. Or the doctor said he had, veterinarian said he had arthritis. And so anyway, we started putting ET in his water pan out in the garage. And then when we took him back for his other shots, he said, oh, you got a different dog? And we said, no. We said, we've been using herbs. And his arthritis went away. So I just know it helps to clean your body out. It cleans it through the kidney, the liver, and the colon. And let's see. Oh, the very first time I ever heard about ET was I went to this meeting with a whole bunch of herbalists, and this lady got up and gave her testimony about her baby. And her baby was born with cancer. And most of the time it's from the mother. So the mother started taking ET. And the baby, we was told that the baby only gets 5% out of the mother's milk, but she kept on drinking and taking ET. Well, the cancer in the baby went away. And so I was quite amazed with that. And then with the tumors with the birds that we had tumors, the tumors went away. And so, and then we had this one dog. Well, a customer came in and he said a big knot on his neck. And he started giving it ET. Because see, ET, you can make a tea out of it. And or you can take it by capsules. And that's why I like the capsules, because some people, they didn't have time to make the tea. And they wanted something fast. But you take 6 a day or more, because you can't hurt it. And then I had one girl, she was in her early 20s. She had bad pap smears. They thought they was, cancerous. So she started douching with ET, and she got rid of it. So we've had, as I said, we've had some great results with ET. But ET inhibits the growth of cancer. ET was named by Renee Casey, and I tried to find the newspaper. I used to give out newspapers with all her history. She finally died at 93 years old, and she helped thousands like when she died, thousands of people came to her funeral because she helped so many people get rid of their cancer, or it could be other diseases. What ET does is helps to clean the body. And see, the body will heal itself if you eat right and you clean your body. And she was she got the recipe from, she was checking this one girl, and she had cancer of the breast. Great big knot there. And when she came back in 6 months, it was gone. She said, what did you do? She said, well, I used these herbs that her tribe used. And it was 4 different herbs, and she gave it to Renee Casey, and she started using it, and she made bottles up, and she never charged a penny for it, and she gave it away, and she gave it away. And she helped, as I said, thousands in this news, it was thousands and thousands of people she helped. But then when she got 93, because she had been a nurse, when she got 93, what happened was she broke a, I think it was a leg she broke. I wanted to get the newspaper and read it again because I haven't seen it for years and years, but I had like 3 or 4 of them left. I used to have stacks and stacks, but I gave them all away. But I held on to these because the history of it was so great. And anyway, nobody came and helped her. And here she helped so many thousands of people. Maybe they didn't know she had a broken leg. I have no idea. Well, all I know is that at the end she died with a broken leg. ET has 4 common herbs which combine, it acts synergistic and inhibits and destroys the growth of tumors. ET stimulates the production of antibodies, it purifies the blood, it stops pain, it promotes fast wound healing, it enhances energy, eliminates diarrhea, and lowers cholesterol. ET has been used with all types of cancer as well as AIDS, chronic acne, diabetic, inflammation of the skin, and itching, and skin conditions, leukemia, liver problems, lupus, MS, thyroid disorders, stomach ulcers, and viruses. If you got any kind of knot on you, or you got, because most time tumors is, what it is your body's dirty, and ET will clean you out, and it works so perfectly. And yeah, so the first herb that's in it, and the company I work for, what we was told was there's only 2 companies that bought the original ingredients that goes into it, how much it was, and one of the companies that I sell for, they bought the ingredients, the recipe, the correct recipe. Other ones just copy. I mean, like this company, they was the first one to ever put a herb in a capsule. Then all the other companies stopped copying, but these was the original ones, and this tea has helped so many people, so many people. And even after you have cancer, it can come back on you, like if you eat extra sugar or not eating a good diet or something like that. And guess what? They come in, my people that the cancer is completely gone, they still take their ET every day just to protect them. And burdock is one of the primary detoxifying agents in both China and West herbalists. Burdock is especially useful for conditions related to chronic toxin. It helps to stimulate the waste stuff from the colon, the kidneys, and the skin. Burdock is well known as a blood purifier. Large amounts of burdock has been used to purify the blood, stimulate the production of the mucus fluids while reducing toxins in the body, thus making it useful for treating allergies and respiratory congestion. Burdock is good for, it has a good source of fiber. It helps to absorb toxins from both the digestive system and the intestinal tract. Burdock is also used to lower bowel transit and helps to feed the intestinal flora. Research shows that burdock exhibits antibacterial, antifungus. The second one is sheep soil. Is the key ingredient that help to destroy cancer cells and causes the cells not to multiply and for them to retreat to the original tumor site. Sheep soil promotes detoxification by purifying the blood, strengthening the liver functioning, urination, and expelling gravel from the kidneys, and killing parasites. Now I want to say something about parasites. A guy came in yesterday. It's not funny, but anyway, he had been working on himself to kill parasites. So he was buying this, he was buying that, but they kept on coming back. I said they run in a cycle. They lay their eggs, they're in the larva, and then they turn into the adults, and they have their growth period. So you have to stay. I have said under doctors that have been on parasite cleanse for a year and finally got rid of them, and sometimes 6 months, and sometimes 3/4 of a year. It just depends on how many you have and what you eat. Because when you eat sugar or bread that turns into sugar, you're feeding your parasites. And especially if he can feel them and he has these headaches, and see, parasites puts off ammonia, which causes insomnia and headaches. And when they keep having headaches or stomach aches, the parasites are really active. But anyway, he kept on saying, well, these herbs you're giving me, I'm going to take double. I said, don't you dare. I said, do what I tell you to do. You kill them off a little bit at a time so your body can handle it. You don't get sick on me, and then you'll be a happy camper instead of one that being sick and saying, oh, I can't do this no longer. Because a lot of people want everything instant. And when you're trying to kill something in your body, it is not instant, but just hold on. It will kill it. Because if you've seen what I had to put up with my husband with the parasites he had in his lungs, I mean, when he lay down, he almost drowned. I mean, his lungs was half with water because he had pneumonia, which was caused by the parasites that was in his body from Vietnam. And so I just had to keep killing them and keep cleaning out your lungs have to do with your colon, and I had to keep cleaning his colon out, and he got better. And once in a while we got to watch his lungs because he got weak lungs from all the chemicals they sprayed on those boys at 23. But as soon as I hear, some kind of noise, I say, okay, let's get back on the herbs again, and it stops it. And as long as he doesn't eat sugar, he's fine. So you got to find out what your body needs and stay there. Sheep soil acts as astringent. It checks bleeding, beneficial for chronic gas in the intestine. Sheep soil is high in vitamin C and long been used for boils, fevers, glandular swelling, hemorrhoids, jaundice, skin disease, TB, tumors, and ulcers. Okay, the third one is slippery elm. My husband would say this is his favorite one because slippery elm, he used to have to walk like a duck underneath the church, and he would snap, crackle, snap, crackle, snap, crackle. And he said, you got anything for that? And I did a checking, and slippery elm, what it does, it heals the throat, then it goes down the stomach, it heals that, then it goes down the intestine, it heals that, and if you keep taking it, then it goes and puts lubrication in your joints. And we finally got it down to his joints because he takes a shake. We have this loving peas, and he puts a tablespoon of that in his shake. And now he's turning 78 this month, and he can walk like a duck and no snap, crackle, and pop. So when you snap, you're losing your liquid, even in your hands. I mean, slippery elm is so good. I sell it by, well, I know I've probably sold a ton of it. I sell it by the pound, and I sell a wholesale price. So they don't, because they want you to, they want to sell it a real high price, but I do it as low as I can afford it so that people can take it and eat it. Slippery elm has been found effective for irritation of the mucous membrane, for the stomach, the intestine, and for the urinary tract. When slippery elm makes contact with inflammation, it puts a mucus coating and soothes irritation tissues, helps to protect from any injury, and draws out irritants and toxin substance. Slippery elm soothes the inflammation by stimulating the nerve endings in the stomach, intestines, which in turn results in it secreting mucus fluid. See, we have two kinds of mucus. We have mucus that causes us trouble and viruses get in there and kills us, and then we have mucus that literally helps to heal the body, and slippery elm does that. And I had a lady that she was an opera singer, and she would make a tea out of it, take a teaspoon and make a tea out of it, and it was really, really good. Due to its high mucus content, slippery elm has been shown to be quite effective in absorbing toxins from the bowels, balancing the intestine flora, and reducing bowel transit time. Slippery elm has been found extremely beneficial if you're acid. If you have a lot of acid, take slippery elm because it helps to heal that stomach. Arthritis, hemorrhoids, inflammation, the bowel condition, pleurisy, sore throats, TB, ulcers, and weak digestion. Slippery elm is famous. It's supposed to be the first herb that a baby takes because it's got so much vitamins and it's got more vitamins and minerals than oats have in it. And so slippery elm is really, doesn't have much of a taste. One of my ladies, she used to mix it with applesauce, and she ate it every day because it made her feel so good, and she had stomach problems. Okay, the fourth one is turkey rhubarb. Owes much as a laxativity, but if you take less of it, it makes you constipated. If you take more, you have loose bowel movements. So you have to get just the right amount of it. And however, in small doses, it's found that can produce constipation and helps to relieve, and it also helps to relieve diarrhea. Turkey rhubarb tannin also helps with the stomach, the digestive tract, the bleeding, and nose bleeding. Turkey rhubarb stimulates wave motion in the colon, and it purifies the blood, it enhances the liver, it improves blood flow, it reduces inflammation, fever, excess swelling. It helps with bloating, pain associated with dysentery, liver problems, intestinal. And also recent studies show turkey rhubarb exhibits antibacteria against staph, which can cause canker sores. But most time canker sores comes on because either the chemicals that you're eating or the sugar. Inflammation, inflammation of the hair, follicles, especially the beard. If you have trouble with breaking up around the beard, turkey rhubarb will help that. And turkey rhubarb is beneficial for gonorrhea, gout, headaches, inflammation, skin conditions, and TB. So have a great day. Enjoy your herbs, and see you next week.